So he has to go to management to speak to you?
It depends on Sean Gibbons of my promoter.
We'll look at everything, man. You know, we were the mandatory for this. We earned it. We got here. We beat Gary. But the problem is we gave him a rematch. I don't know what year it take place. He only fights once every 1 year, 2 years. So shit, maybe 2 years from now we'll give it to him. Yeah, no problem.
Coming into this fight, Gary mentioned that he had an injury. Were you aware of what his injury was? Were you aware of the injury?
I'm just following my training camp, boxing plan. So we just follow that plan. I don't care what he's talking.
I'm going to clarify Gary's injury. His injury was Mark Magsayo. He made predetermined excuses because he'd been out of the ring, he hadn't fought. He had no problem with his shoulder. He was doubling up on that shot that he was throwing at Mark. So I love Gary. He's a lovely fellow, but no excuses, man.
He's just punching a 1, 2, 3 rounds. He's just punching the left and right. But I get him hurt in the right arms, the 4th round. So that's why he got hurt.
He hurt it during the fight. He wasn't hurt coming into it. When Mark punched him, that's when it hurt.
Did the injury actually throw you off and make you like maybe a little bit overexcited to try and finish him?
Yeah, but his speed, he's a good footwork, so he overcome my power.
How are you going to celebrate now?
So my family, my team. So I'm so happy that my dream do come true. So this is it. I'm a champ now.
No food in New York City, baby. Coming to see you.
What round did you figure? You know what? I'm winning this fight. I'm ahead, and you know this is definitely possible.
Every round. Yeah. Just Fede told me, "This is it. This is your dream. Go your dream. Punch."
What were your thoughts when you heard the 2 words "and new"?
I feel like in heaven. This is my dream. Green belt.
8 years old, man.
Everybody fighters. It's a dream.
Yeah.
The green belt.
Is there anything that Freddie said to you while you was in the corner, to kind of urge you to keep the focus and make sure?
Yeah. He's always told me, Mark, this is it. Focus, throw combination, follow through. That's it.
Gary mentioned
follow the plan, game plan.
He wanted a rematch. Is that something that you're interested in? You guys?
That's all I can say is it depends on my promoter.
Again, we'll look at it. I mean,
yeah, I can fight anybody now.
We got to fight Ray Vargas. We got a mandatory, but.
Keep saying that.
When is the mandatory due?
Sean, they told you that the mandatory.
No, but I heard I read it or something. So, you know, we may fight another fight inside that fight.
Ang masasabi ko sa mga Filipino fans natin, sobrang salamat sa suporta sa Dasal at saka sa
going to support Manny Pacquiao in his campaign for presidency.
What's next for you?
Depende sa promoter ko kasi sila nakaka-agad na yung decision ko eh.
Mark, you helped out your family a lot. Like you bought your father a bakery after your last fight. How you said that this fight, if you win, it changes your life. How does it change your life? How do you want to help?
I'm gonna buy him a new house. Buy him a new house, nice house.
Any words of encouragement that Manny Pacquiao might have provided you prior to coming into the fight? Any words
what Manny said to you when he called?
That's my big inspiration to me that he called me because he's my idol since I was a kid, since I was starting boxing. That's why he's my idol since I was a kid, since 8 years old. I follow his footsteps. So now I become a world champion. I became a champion now. I'm so happy. Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. You look at Manny's Instagram. Manny called him on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, and
Thursday
it's on
morning.
Instagram. They had a nice conversation. Manny just told him work hard and do what you do, and that was it.
Masabi ko sa ating mahal na senador, maraming salamat sa suporta at nagbigay ng lakas sa akin na tinawagan pa ako, nagdagdag ng inspirasyon sa akin sa laban kasi siya yung talagang idol ko simula bata pa ako eh. Hanggang ngayon. That's the message, yeah.
Can you translate?
Yeah, I was thinking, thankful for Senator Manny Pacquiao that he called me. He gave me more inspiration for my fight. So he gave me my heart strong and my mind. And he said, keep praying and follow your dreams.
You're so happy. You're so proud. Can you speak to like how it feels right now to be a world champion?
Yeah, that's my dream. It's my dream to become a world champion. Now I became a world champion. I'm so happy that this is the opportunity that they give it to me, Sean, El Heyman, PBC, Showtime. they give it me a good opportunity. So I'm so happy.
And
now.
especially, he was out of the ring 2 years with all kind of crazy management problems.
Up and down.
Up and down. He never lost focus. He never lost faith. And when he was able to
What's the
get to
biggest
the
thing you've
promised
learned
land.
from Coach
Does it matter
Federer?
if it's the WBC, the
A
IBF,
lot,
the fact
a
that
lot.
you're world
Na
champion?
dami akong natutunan kasi
Yeah, but even more
simula
special
pagpasok
because the
ko sa
WBC is a
binago niya yung
founding
style ko,
partner in the Philippines.
work
You know,
ethic ko, yung technique ko,
Definitely.
dinagdagan niya lahat ng mga kulang ko.
Everyone's special.
Kaya
That
sobrang
one.
happy ko na nandyan ako kay meron akong legendary coach sa likod ko.
How do you feel about being the WBC champion? Like Mr. Gibbons just expressed.
Feel like
The WBC, not IBF, not WBA, the WBC.
everybody fight, everyone fight, the fighters,
Yeah.
everyone like WBC.
Yeah.
That's their dream, and my dream too. So I'm so happy, like feel like in heaven, man.
Mark, when they announced that, when Jimmy Lennon was announcing or about to announce the scores, were you confident that you, because it was a close fight? I mean,
Yeah.
were you confident that you had won, or what was going through your mind? Before
I was confident because I'm the one who pressured him since the first round until the last round. So I feel confident that I'm gaining more points than him.
What did it say about Gary to you? You know, obviously his arm was hurt. He fought 8 rounds with one arm. What does it say about him that he was able to make it to the end of the fight? He made it a very competitive fight at the least. What does it say about him that he can do that?
He's still a warrior. He's still a good fighter. But I hurt him in the 4th round. The 4th round I hurt him, so that's why he started really using one hand. So that's my opportunity to grab him, drag him to the corner.
You know, Mark, one thing you're at the top right now, but there were some humble beginnings for you. Like you were telling me that you grew up working with your family in a bakery, making your whole family making $5 a day.
Yeah.
Oh, can you talk to me about like just growing up in poverty in the Philippines? What was that like? Were there times that there were real struggles?
Yeah, there's a lot of times. I was born in poor family. My father's only a bakery, and my mother's only a vendor. And me, I'm a vendor of ice cream since 8 years old. So that time's very poor. Where we have one day eat, only on one day one eat. So it's difficult to that life, my life before, it's very difficult. So I trained boxing. I saw 2004, 2003 fighting Pacquiao and Barrera. That time, and I told to myself, I want to be a Manny Pacquiao like him. I want to be a Manny Pacquiao. And then I saw the fight, and then one day I saw the gym in my town, and there's a boxer's kid like me, the age like me. It's like, oh, I want to be a boxing. I want to start boxing now. So I started boxing 2004, and then first fight 2005. I lost first fight, second fight I lost, third fight I lost, and then my father said to me, Mark, stop boxing. You have no future. Yeah, and I thought to myself, this is my dream. This is my dream. I'm still young, still a kid, so I have a future. It's into my mind, and then he's just supporting me until now. Train, and then I met my wife. She supported me since half of my career. So
Yes.
I'm so happy that she comes into my life.
Yes.
I'll second
So,
that.
Mike, in the ring, you were so focused, you were aggressive. What was going through your mind during the fight?
You guys would hit ready too.
Sa pag-aggressive ko, kailangan ko talagang pasukin siya. Kasi pag pasukin ko siya, nataranta siya pag pasukin ko siya. Kaya sabi ni Coach Marvin, mas pwede follow through, straight jab. Yan lang, suntukin mo. Tapos pag pupunta siya sa kaliwa, may hook. Kaya doon yung ginawa ko.
Nakita mo yung parang medyo natakot na rin siya.
Yung 11 round niya to, 10 round, nag-groggy siya. Jab, I saw his eyes like do like this. So, he got groggy.
What punch was it that you actually landed that hurt him?
Real quick.
Him,
Give us 5 minutes with Freddie.
it's the jab.
Guys, anything for Freddie?
Jab, straight jab. Yeah, he got groggy.
Gotta wrap it up.
Questions for Freddie. Go ahead.
We got like 5 minutes. We gotta go.
Freddie, you worked with Manny Pacquiao. You know, this was the 27th anniversary of his pro debut, and one of his proteges now wins the championship on that anniversary. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means a great day, of course, and he fought well. And you know, I told him in the last 3 rounds. I told him, I said, hey, you got 3 rounds to take this fight right now. The fight's about even. Let's take these last 3 rounds and outscore this guy and win this fight. I said, you know, you're better than him, and he went out there and did it.
Freddie, how important was that body work in the first 3-4 rounds?
I thought the body work was very important. I wish it would have stayed there a little bit more, though. I think it was more effective than the headshots. And but you know, it's hard to get fighters to make adjustments sometimes.
And that was real focus on the game plan. Right?
Yeah, it was. And you know, the thing is, we had heard he was real sick going into the fight, and I didn't hear anything about a broken arm or anything. I heard he has diarrhea. I said, let's hit the body. You know, and I think it did affect him a little bit, but I wish he would have went there a little bit more.
Freddie, yesterday, did you think that Mark was down?
He was getting a little bit tired at the end, and you know, and I told my fighter, I said, hey, let's go out there and take care of these 3 rounds. I said, we need these 3 rounds to win this fight, because it was a very close fight up to that point.
Freddie, yesterday you talked about sticking to the game plan. How difficult is it to get a younger fighter to stick to the game plan?
It's difficult, and the thing is, but me and him get along pretty well though. And in his last fight, when he knocked his opponent down in the first round, and then he lost 9 rounds in a row, and then I said, hey, I slapped him in the face, and I said, get out there and show this guy that you're a real fighter. And I was very close to doing that in this fight, but the last 3 rounds, I told him to go out there and score the points that you need, and take these rounds, and we'll walk away the winner.
But do you felt he won the last 3 rounds convincingly, and that's what won the fight?
Yes, I do, convincingly, yes.
Do you think that Mark was getting away from the game plan a little bit after Russell hurt his arm and looked like he went from being disciplined to trying to get like a 1-punch knockout?
I didn't see any hurt in their arm. I didn't see him stop throwing punches. I mean, he was just moving side to side a lot and so forth. And he wasn't throwing a lot of punches the whole fight. I mean, he was very lazy. I mean, he didn't really go aggressive as I've seen him on tape before. Because usually he's very mean, very rugged, and goes in there with both hands and keeps throwing until the fight's over. And in this fight, he started to fade a little bit quicker than usual, and towards the end, that's when I think we took over.
So, Coach, what did you see in Manny that you also saw in Magsayo that you think, I'm training these guys and they're going to be champs?
Well, the thing is, I don't compare the two at all, and he works hard. And the thing about what I like him as a fighter, if someone comes to my gym and if they have a good work ethic, they'll work. I mean, they'll work every day with me. And the thing is, there isn't too many days that I won't say I can't do mitts or something today. I mean, I did do that one day. I said, hey, I don't feel good. I'm not going to do mitts today. And someone says, Freddie, do you have the virus? And I did. And it went away in one day, though.
But what did it take for Magsayo to get to this point?
Last question, guys. Last question before
to get to this point, I mean, it took the fights that he's had coming up. Our plan was to have 3 fights together and to win the world title in the last one, and we did it.